Hi there and welcome to my channel. I'm Jennifer. This is A Country Life, and in today's video I am sharing 2 brand new casserole recipes for you, as well as 2 brand new stovetop recipes. I've got a mixture of chicken and ground beef, so let's just get right to it. This first recipe is called Chicken a la Kim. That's K-Y-M. I'm not sure if that's somebody's name or where that actually came from. Anyway, I did see a recipe, probably, maybe even this recipe, going around. It was pretty popular around maybe 12 years ago, 12, 15 years ago. I had a couple friends who made a recipe like this, and I remember having it and thinking, boy, that was really good. Never made anything like this though. We're gonna start by spraying basically a 9x13. This is a little bit shorter but deeper casserole dish. And then we're going to lay in 4 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Next up, we're going to layer on 8 slices of Swiss cheese. One thing I did not do is salt and pepper my chicken. You know what? I'm going to salt and pepper this. The recipe I'm following, which is out of the One Pot, it's out of the One Pot Meals Gooseberry Patch cookbook. It does not say to salt and pepper, but I just feel like I should. At least a little bit. Now I'm going to combine 1 can cream of chicken soup, 1/4 cup of a white wine or chicken stock, 1 cup of stovetop dressing mix, or stuffing mix, and it only takes 1 cup, which just seems kind of surprising. I did shake it up to try to make sure that I got some of the seasoning, but it's like all the seasoning is at the bottom. How am I going to do that? I put a little bit more in just because I wanted to make sure I got some of that seasoning in there. We're going to stir this all together. All right, we're going to spread this over top of the chicken. And it feels to me like I should have used the whole box, but it just says 1 cup. So I'm trying to be good and follow the directions. And to top this off, I have a 1/4 cup, that's a 1/2 stick of butter, melted here, and I need to pour this over all of it. Look at that cute little dish there. Happy fall. It also does not say to cover. It just says drizzle with butter, bake at 350 for 55 minutes. So I guess it's ready to go into the oven at this point. The next recipe is stuffed cabbage casserole. I love cabbage so much. I do not have a big cabbage loving family. I mean, some of my older kids actually like cabbage, but I don't really think the younger ones do so much. I mean, Joe would if it was in soup. Anyway, you don't need to know all that, but stuffed cabbage casserole. So this is gonna be sort of like if you were to make cabbage rolls, but you're gonna put it into a casserole form. So let's see how this goes. 10 cups of chopped cabbage. This is cabbage that I grew in my garden this year, which is really exciting. I'm not sure if I've ever grown cabbage. Well, I think I did actually years and years ago, because I had attempted to make sauerkraut. It didn't work out so well. Let's get this measured up. I need 10 cups. I'm going to grease my 9x13 casserole dish. 8 cups. All right, I feel like if I put 10 cups in here, plus I still have to put all kinds of other ingredients. Oh, I'm supposed to put 5 cups in first. Okay, let's do that again. Let's take some of that out. So basically half and half is what I need to do. All right, there's 5 cups. Let's get the rest of this in here. I need 1 onion chopped. A half a cup of instant rice. A teaspoon of salt. A teaspoon of garlic powder. 3/4 cup of sour cream. I'm going to give this a stir, and then I will add my ground beef to this. And I am using beef today. I have 1.5 pounds. The recipe I'm following does call for 2 pounds of ground beef, but mine is packaged in 1.5 pound packs. So that's what I'm doing. That's pretty rare that I would ever do less meat than a recipe calls for. And I see it's just a smidge frozen still in the center. Well, that's a bummer. Yeah, I felt it. I was like, oh good, it thawed all the way.
What are you mixing that meat with? Is that just venison?
It's actually beef. It is instant rice, salt, garlic powder, sour cream, and onion. We're going to spread over the cabbage. All right, I've already gotten 1 nose turned up for the cabbage casserole. I'm going with it because I know this is something that I would like for sure. Okay, how are we going to do this without all of the cabbage pushing out, huh? Okay, so we're going to get this spread. It's kind of messy. I just got the second nose turned up.
No, it just looks sus.
This is stuffed cabbage casserole, Peter. All right, so now let me wash my hands. Let's make sure I'm doing this right. All right, so we need 5 more cups of cabbage over the top. And I'm just gonna eyeball it because this is getting really, really full. What are you laughing about?
I just saw a funny video of...
It just made me laugh. So spread the tomato soup.
Tomato soup over cabbage?
That doesn't look very good to me.
Yeah,
and I don't like.
I like cabbage like when you would roast it, so I'm hoping that it's gonna get cooked down and kind of be like that.
Well, it won't. It'll be soft, but it's not gonna be like it was roasted. It's not gonna have that like little bit of toasty. You know what I mean? And now get ready for this.
Is this like low carb? No, it's got rice in it.
It's got some rice. Only a half a cup of rice.
Stuffed cabbage casserole.
And we need a half a cup of Midwest gravy.
Is that what it's called?
A lot of people will call ketchup Midwest gravy or Wisconsin gravy. So a half a cup. You guys let me know when you think I've got a half a cup. Whoa.
Yeah, that looks good.
Does that look like a half a cup?
Yeah.
Just a little bit more. There we go. That's a half a cup.
Right? Dinner. We're having some
cabbage and tomato soup. And then guess what goes on top?
What?
Shredded cheese.
Oh my gosh.
How does
Where
that
did
sound?
you get this recipe?
I got it out of a cookbook. Okay, where am I doing?
Sometimes I'm like, why do you see this and be like, that looks so good?
Because I love cabbage rolls, but I never make them.
Oh.
To top this whole casserole off, I need a cup of shredded Colby cheese. I have some sliced Colby Jack. That's what I'm going to use. It's quick, it's easy. Let's see, I have I've got 6 slices. And I'm going to cover this with foil, but before I do that, I'll spray the foil because I don't want it sticking to the cheese, and then all the cheese, you know, we want to enjoy the cheese on here too.
The one day I was playing with her outside and it was like kind of windy, so like all the leaves were blowing across the road.
This goes in the oven at 350 degrees for 2 full hours. I guess it stays covered the whole time according to the recipe. The stuffed cabbage casserole had to be covered and it needed to be in the oven for 2 hours. And the chicken casserole had to be in for 1 hour. Well, it actually said 55 minutes. I ended up leaving these in together at the end for another at least 30 minutes. Maybe it's because there were 2 of them in the oven, but it really took a long time for these to get done. Everybody is very, what's the word, guys? Concerned about this casserole. Very, very concerned about this casserole here. So we're going to give these some time. Warren is out fueling up irrigation engines or something he's fueling up. We're going to give this some time to kind of set up and cool just a bit and then serve it up. We'll come back and let you know what we think.
What are you gonna try?
I was going to say, I feel like we should at least try. Yeah, for sure.
Huh. Try this. So then you just put this stuff on it, or what?
I guess. Yeah. Amber's gonna give it a try. I took a little bite of the cabbage. It actually tasted pretty good. Joe, this one has hamburger in it.
This is a man to have a...
And it's really burning hot.
The real question is, who makes a good apple?
Amber, try this.
Who among us that is not Amish makes their own applesauce?
Wait, what?
Oh, I
He was
forgot
like,
about that.
I know, mistakes were made. That's a great movie.
All right, we're gonna give a little.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
What?
whoa, whoa.
Fix this right here.
What's wrong with his hair?
Yeah, what's wrong with his hair?
You're messing it up.
Now you're
you gotta
messing it up.
puff it up.
All right,
Now it's
anyway.
all- it was like all matted down. There you go.
2 casseroles. What did everybody think? Not everyone wants to be filmed right now. They've had a long day of work. What did you think?
I thought they were both good. I preferred the chicken one. The one with cabbage, I ate the hamburger, not the cabbage.
Yeah, you're not a cabbage lover. Joe gave me 2 thumbs up though.
I feel like the cabbage casserole was like the serving I had was plenty. I wouldn't like go up for more. But the chicken was good. I like the stuffing, which I don't really like stuffing.
Oh.
But I like that crispy stuffing.
Okay, yeah. I would actually, with the chicken, there is a lot of like gravy with it, so I feel like that it should be served with mashed potatoes so that you can like utilize that gravy, or since there was more stuffing in that box, maybe just use the whole box of stuffing rather than just 1 cup. So anyway,
I
that
think the chicken would be good if you shredded it too. Because then it was more like a scoop with it all.
I want to eat.
yeah. So for the stuffed cabbage casserole, I would say that I thought it was really good, but I like that kind of thing. I love cabbage. I did think it was just a bit saucy, so I would maybe...
I like the sauce and the hamburger.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I thought the hamburger was really good with that little bit of rice in there. Anyway, I liked both of them, and I honestly would make both of these again.
Yeah.
It's been just a really gloomy, rainy day here today. The weather stick is aiming down. All right, so what I'm going to be doing for supper here tonight is making another, well, all of these are new recipes. So tonight is called chicken spaghetti. Now this is not the chicken spaghetti where you like have the shredded chicken and then I think it's peppers and onions and like maybe some cream soup and stuff like that all into a casserole. This is not like that at all. This is sort of like chicken bites in buttered Parmesan noodles, kind of like that. So let me just show you what I have going here. So I've got some water boiling and I'm gonna get this onion cut. I also need a pound of broccoli. I'm just roughly chopping up this broccoli.
Can you order this, Mom?
Of course.
What are you making?
I am making a chicken spaghetti, and then I'm gonna make some corn dogs and warm up the casserole and the
I think I'll
rice.
stay for dinner before I leave.
Awesome. Fun so.
Oh my gosh.
He said, yeah, there was no Wi-Fi, there was no phone service. The limited term employment being our jobs, it was a 9-month job.
What? No. Because I don't want...
You knew that you had to be to work that early. All right, so I'm just browning up the chicken here. I need to turn this up a little bit so it actually browns. I have butter in here. This was a whole stick of butter. Browning up the chicken until it's nicely done and no longer pink. To my pile of vegetables here. Now you can put mushrooms in this as well. Honestly, you can put any vegetables in here. But I'm adding some garlic to this little pile too. Now that the chicken is done, I removed that. I'm going to add in all the vegetables into that, right into the pan here. I used a whole stick of butter, so that there's plenty of butter in here still. And we're just going to saute these vegetables. Oh, I totally misread the directions. I didn't need to remove the chicken. I was actually reading the recipe next to it. Okay, I guess put the chicken back in. In the first fridge, if you bend down on the second shelf, way in the back, there should be a jar. I do think there's a bit much spaghetti. I think I would like it with maybe only a half a pound of spaghetti instead of a whole pound of spaghetti. Oh, I know. Peter, we're going to be having supper in just under 10 minutes. Okay. This is a chicken spaghetti. Ooh. Never had it before, but that's good. Except for broccoli.
Mash till it's done.
Yeah.
So
Yay!
All the piles are picked up, but
This year, I guess I haven't.
All right, the verdict on the stovetop chicken spaghetti, very good. I did add some extra butter at the end. I can't remember if I showed that. So actually it had a stick of butter plus an extra like 2 tablespoons of butter. We all thought it was very good.
Yep.
I did not put the Parmesan cheese on while like ahead of time. I let everyone put their own on just because I have some people in the family that don't like Parmesan cheese. I think it would be really good if that Parmesan cheese was on right away so that it kind of had a chance to almost melt a little bit. But anyway, really good. I would definitely make this again. There's another recipe though right next door in the cookbook, and that recipe is very, very similar to this. So close to this, except it has 3/4 cup of half and half in it. And I think that would be really good, just to add a little creaminess to the dish. I think that would be delicious as well. Otherwise, that recipe is pretty much the same, a little different vegetables, but the same method of brown up the chicken, cook some spaghetti off to the side, add the veggies, but then that one adds cream along with the Parmesan cheese. So, all right, anyway, that was very good. I keep going like this because it's right here. Amber really liked it. She was like, how'd you do this? Because I want to do that at home. And she took a serving of it home too. It made a lot. I mean, this is my big cast iron, and it was full, plumb full. So this one recipe, it says serves 4, 6 of us ate on it, and there's still that much. So it definitely serves way more than 4 people. The fourth and final recipe in this video is the second stovetop dinner. So this is called Salsa Ranch Skillet, and I am starting with 1.5 pounds of ground bear meat. And I'm going to get that browning with a 1/2 cup of onion and a 1/2 cup of green pepper. Now that the meat is completely browned, the recipe calls for a 2.8 ounce package of ranch salad dressing mix. Well, mine are 1 ounce, so I have 1 and I have 2, and then I had just a little partial packet here that I'm putting in. And then it says to just stir this around until everything is well coated in the ranch. That one packet that was open was just a little bit cakey here, so we got to kind of break that apart. I'm thinking that all the liquids are going to help that. Okay, now we have to stir in 1 cup of water, 15 ounces. I actually have 2 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce, 1 can, it said, of country-style baked beans. So I actually found ones that said country-style baked beans. And then 1 jar of salsa. It says 16 ounces. That's what this is, 16 ounces. I'm going to give this a good stir, and we're going to bring all of this to a boil. And then we'll stir in 8 ounces of rotini. 8 ounces of rotini is about 3 cups of the dry pasta. It says to turn the heat down and then simmer this for about 12 minutes or until the pasta is soft. So what I'm going to do, because I really want to make sure that the pasta is all under the liquid, as this was cooking down, the recipe said 12 to 15 minutes. At 12 minutes, the noodles were not anywhere near soft. So at 15, they were getting soft, but I needed to add more water, even though I had this completely on low. So I added a 1/4 cup and then another 1/4 cup of water. So just kind of beware there. At this point now, I do need to turn it off, and I need to sprinkle with the cheese. We're just going to, come on. Okay, well, it's stuck in there. Maria, I asked you to pack it in there, and you really did. Wow. I'm going to get this cheese spread on. And we have a little bit of salad and some cottage cheese and pickles to go along with this meal tonight.